everyone, and welcome to Club 4, episode 13 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM20 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM, and welcome to another international edition of Rolling in the Isles, as we take England, my England side, into the European Championships of 2032. We won the World Cup 2 years ago, we won the Nations League last summer. Can we make it a clean sweep? Whatever happens in this tournament, I shall be resigning my position at the end of this particular tournament. I feel like I've done enough with the England setup, and it's time to revert back to being a club manager full time and just focusing on that after we've finished with the European Championship. So I really want to go out on a high note. If we go and have a look at the schedule that we've been on over the last couple of seasons, you can see that we've not lost hardly ever. We drew against Poland a couple of years ago now. We won the World Cup against Brazil in the final, had a great run through there. And this was the area where I took over the side. And so you can see that the record that we've had is pretty amazing, really. And it's a really fantastic group of players in this particular setup. And I've managed to integrate a few new ones into this particular squad as well. So everybody that's got a Sir next to their name was in the squad that won the World Cup with me. Anyone that's got an MBE next to their name won the Nations League with us last summer. So you can see that there are a few here. Let's look. Mark Cork, who is currently at my Man City squad in the Premier League, hasn't been in either of those squads, so he's the new addition. We move further down. James Kelly is a fantastic right back that's been developing. He's only 23. He's been developing over the last couple of seasons, and he finally makes it into a squad now that Trent Alexander-Arnold has sort of aged out a little bit. So Peter Brooker comes in at left fullback as an option down the left fullback for us. Not the best, but he's as good as we've got, basically. And then we move further down the pitch. Danny Doyle is a striker, young striker, currently playing for Tottenham in the Premier League, who comes in as one of the backup strikers for the squad. So you can see that we've got a full integration of some older players that have been with me for a couple of years, some that broke into the squad last season and some that have broken into the squad this season. But the main hopes that we've got, as has been the case for the last 2 years, is this guy. So Ashley Luca plays for Liverpool. Absolute beast of a striker, and he's got to play well for us to do well. He scored 33 goals in 44 games for Liverpool this season. He's in top form. Can he continue that for one last tournament with me at the helm of England? So if we go to the competition page, you can see that this is the group that we've got. We've got Russia, Scotland, Turkey, and Scotland are the first game out of the blocks. That's the one that we're going into today. We're going to play just the one game today against Scotland, and then tomorrow, in the next episode, should I say, whenever that comes out, because I'm recording this in advance, the next episode will have both the other two games in it, Russia and Turkey. And then if we get through the group, we'll play the quarterfinals and the semi-finals together, and then we'll play the final separately should we get that far. So that's the plan for the next few episodes if we get all the way. If we don't, we'll we will quit the job, and then we'll revert back to Man City and figure out what they're doing in the summer. So far, summer-wise for Man City, nothing has happened. Made no bids, accepted no bids. I'm trying to focus on England for the next few weeks, and then once that's done, I will reinvigorate the Man City squad for the coming season ahead. So there you go. That is the plan. We've got Scotland, and then in the next episode, it will be Turkey and Russia. We are very, very hopeful that we can win this particular tournament. Let me just introduce you to a few key players. We've got Marcus Dewhurst, who is our goalkeeper, 31 years old, plays for Tottenham Hotspur. Not a regular starter for them this season, but is embedded in that number 1 jersey. James Kelly, we've already seen. Greg Gray plays for my not my Derby side, for goodness sake, my Man City side. Dunn has been around since last season. A well-rounded defender whilst not being exceptional, but both Gomez and Godfrey both aged out for this tournament, really. We've got Tarim as our fullback. Thorpe was the fullback before, but went a little bit off colour a little bit and wasn't quite as successful. Dropped down the league a little bit with Newcastle, so I've gone a slightly different direction. Shane Webb comes in. He used to be the replacement for Declan Rice, but now he's taken over the role since Declan Rice is aging out a little bit. Shenton's been around for a long time, so has Pavozinho, and Foden plays for my City side. Sancho we all know about, and Luca is the main goal scoring threat, and there's lots of good options on the bench. So that's pretty much my starting lineup. Dewhurst, Greg Gray and Dunn in central defence, Kelly at right back, Tarim at left back, Webb, Pavozinho and Foden in central midfield, Shenton on the right, Sancho on the left and Luca up top. So let's go and play the Scots in the first of our group games and see what happens. So I forgot to mention that we are playing this at Old Trafford as well. So we've got home advantage here in theory, although the Scots won't mind that so much. But yeah, I've just told them that I want them to give the fans a performance they're expecting of us here. It's motivated them. They're in good spirits at the moment. Why wouldn't they be? We've been on a fantastic run. I think we're about 46 games undefeated and about 16 of a winning streak currently, I think. But in the reign of Manchester, let's see if we can perform well against a Scotland side that will have their tails up and see if we can get a good start in this group. It's going to be a slightly tricky group. Turkey and Russia are difficult sides, although not top sides. They're just difficult sides to play against. But Tarim picks the ball nicely out of the pocket of the right-sided midfielder for Scotland, and we counter-attack very nicely. But then the ball over the top on the left-hand side didn't quite get through, and we lose possession again, and McTominay goes back to McKenna in the central defence for Tottenham. And they've gone right the way back to the goalkeeper to keep hold of the ball, which is positive for them. But there's the positive for us. It meant that they had to go longer into midfield. It backfired completely on them. We won the ball, put it through to the goal beast, the goal machine that is Luca, and he fires it into the back of the net. And after 58 seconds of the match, we've gone 1-up already. Ashley Luca took his chance. Don't give him the chances, because if you do, this guy takes them. There shouldn't be an offside, should there? No, there shouldn't. He was just marginally onside. For a moment, I was a bit worried. But what a fantastic, brilliant piece of play that was. Nicking it in midfield, sending the ball through to him. And then you just sit back and you watch him do his thing, because he is utterly amazingly good. And for him to play well means that we're going to do well. Good corner kick from Scotland came in to the near post, and they had a header, but it hit the side netting. Didn't trouble the goalkeeper, but a good sighter at goal for them off a corner kick. It's 26 minutes gone, and the game's gone a little bit quiet. There aren't a lot of chances in it. 2 apiece, 1 on target apiece, which isn't fantastic, but this is a nervy kind of game to play against local rivals, really. And Sancho on the ball sweeps it to Shenton, but he loses out on the header, and Scotland come away with it again through the centre of the pitch. McCann, is that my McCann from my Man City side? I suspect it probably is. Kelly, though, wins it in the right full-back area onto Webb, sweeps it. Lovely ball out wide left to Sancho, and then he's hacked down, and surely he's going to be in trouble here. How big a trouble is the question? Is it a yellow card or is it a red card for McCrory? And the referee's taking his sweet time, isn't he, really, walking all the way over. And he's given him a red card. And they go down to 10 men after 35 minutes. And their day goes from bad to worse. But ours just got an awful lot easier. We don't need to come out at them. We don't need to cause any problems for ourselves. We just need to hold our shape. And almost got a second goal off a corner kick. Pavozinho with a header that rockets against the crossbar. But now we can just simply take our time, hold on to the ball, keep the ball as much as we can, make them chase after us. Calmly, I think we're going to go. I'm pleased with how it's going. Keep it up. I don't want to rock the boat. We just need to keep it nice and calm, take our time, settle into the second half, and potentially fill our boots if we can get a decent strike on goal. And it was given away down the left-hand side. We almost won it back again, but yeah, that was careless play down the left-hand side. Can we make amends for it? We do. Tarim makes amends for what he did, and he comes away with the ball, runs down the left-hand side for a bit, passes into Sancho, gets a sweeping cross in, but there wasn't enough whip on the ball in, and so the header was too soft and too looping, really. and it never really challenged the goalkeeper. Loose ball up from Scotland means that Tarim picks it up again. Pavazinho picks it up in midfield, and we go back to Tarim down the left-hand side, seeing lots of the ball down there, but we sweep it wide right to Shenton in the box, and surely that's a penalty. He was hacked down in the box, and why the ref is going to have a look at it, I don't know. It was completely clear as day, surely, but he's checking his monitor. I'm sure that Shenton managed to run into the box before he managed to jink past the player and then got brought down, and the referee's going to say, surely that's wrong. Well, I must say I'm really surprised by that. I thought it was definitely inside, but there we go. We'll take the goal instead. Wow, brilliant free kick from Foden on this near side, all the way to the far post, and Greg Gray. And there's the Man City connection of Foden and Gray, putting it directly onto the head of the oncoming attacking Greg Gray in this particular situation. Our central defender up for a corner kick. And from quite an acute angle, puts us 2-0 up after 55 minutes. And I think I'm going to make a substitution in a minute and rest a couple of the key guys. It's all about managing this tournament, really, and making sure that they all make it through as much as they can of this tournament. And especially now that we're 3-0 up. Brilliant work by Luca in this area of the pitch, down in the side of the penalty box, and then crosses it onto the oncoming Tarim. And what a lovely finish it was. And we got a bit lucky there. Rode another challenge there. And then sweeps it across. And the header from Tarim found a really open side of that net. So we are going to go straight in and make a couple of substitutions. And, you know, we've got to protect Luca. So we're going to bring Doyle on. Owusu's normally the guy that comes on for Luca. But just coming back from a bit of an injury. And Doyle is a good young talent, so we'll give him a chance. And then we're going to take Sancho out, and we're going to put Gibbons out there. Now, excuse me, Saka usually plays as the replacement here, and still does for Sancho down the left-hand side. But unfortunately, picked up a big knock just before the tournament squad was announced, and so I couldn't bring him into the squad. He's out for like a month or something, so I had to withdraw him from the squad, and we didn't quite have the good balanced options down this left hand side that I was looking for. So Gibbons, who can play up front and behind, I'm using him as my alternate down that left hand side, and he'll just have to do as good a job as he can for us. And then we got one more to make, and I'm going to take out Dunn and put Cork in. Dunn and Gray I think are going to be quite important for us, so I want to protect one of them if I can. And then we'll just let the rest of the game play out. Half an hour to go, 3-0 up already. A big chance to fill our boots if we really play well. And it's Pavazinho with a sweeping ball through to Shenton, takes it very nicely into the box, far post, and don't quite get the connection on the ball there, but that time we do. And it's a scrambled effort to clear the ball from Scotland. And we're doing pretty well, aren't we, really? This is quite an easy opening game, all in all. As long as we don't pick up any injuries or any suspensions ourselves, then we're going to be looking back at this as a very good start. Good corner comes in from Foden. A couple of people could have attacked it better than they did, but it doesn't matter a jot because Gray picks it up on this side of the box, pushes it back in, and Gibbons on that far post gets an easy header. Was it a header? I think it was. We'll find out. Let's look again. Foden drifts past a couple of players. Gray picks it up, turns, put it back, and Gibbons rises above the defender on the far post and heads it home with no problem at all. And Scotland are not really providing much of an impact on this game, are they, really? And we are doing our job absolutely clinically, which is what we need to see. When we get chances, we take them and we don't let up. That's the plan. Kelly with the ball. Gibbons on the far side. Gets a chance to cross, but he might drop it back. He didn't. He did eventually get the cross in. Shenton tries to poke it more centrally, but it doesn't quite work out. But the swing on the ball, the spin on the ball means that Kelly picks it up and he's able to set Pavazinho going again. But a long ball across to the right-hand side was cut out by the Scotland defence, and they've finally got it down our end of the pitch. Now, can we defensively hold our shape? And we can't. What a fantastic strike that was on the run. And yeah, I'm disappointed by our defensive qualities here. We held him up enough, but he held the ball and then saw the run and we weren't encroaching enough on the attacker, and they get a goal back, 4-1. Disappointing, but overall, I'm still not complaining with this performance, really. We'll just take it nice and easy right the way through to the final whistle, and then move forward into potentially a couple of harder games. Russia and Turkey coming up. They could be quite tricky. We'll have to wait and see on that. But today, there was no issue at all, was there? Scotland came and we conquered. Very happy with the performance. Well done. Everybody seems to have got through it unscathed. We didn't really pick up any bookings, which was good. So onwards to the next game, and we'll have to see how well Turkey and Russia do as we move through the group. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today. Just that first game in the group stages. We're going to play both the other ones in tomorrow's episode. So I hope you'll come back for it. But so far, so good. We sit with a good win under our belts against Scotland. So yeah, let's see what happens next. So thanks for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and join my United City community. The more the merrier. Click that like button for me if you can and help me get seen by lots of other people. But until tomorrow, until next episode where we complete the group stage in the European Championships, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.